Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to Infobip Shift 2021. Now, I'm just guessing, most of you here, probably we're all feeling pretty much the same. It feels good, doesn't it? It feels good to be in a large room with lots of other people. It feels good to have free coffee, doesn't it? And good coffee at that. It feels good to actually be at an event, maybe traveling as well. So all these good things that are happening right now. It also probably feels good to get away from a screen for just a day or two while you're here with us in Zadar. So once again, a warm welcome to everybody here in Zadar, Croatia, and naturally everybody else who is beaming into us across the world, wherever you are, at home, in your office, in your home office, wherever you are. And here's the thing, although you can't be with us right here, physically here in Croatia, on the Croatian coast in Zadar, we would love you to be a part of this event as much as possible. So we would love to know where you are. You know where we are. We would love to know where you are. So in the chat on Entreo, in the chat as you look at us and what we do as the day unfolds, let us know who you are, where you are, what the weather's like, what you're doing. Include yourself in this event as much as possible with everybody that's here, making it more than we've actually hit more than 3,000 people for Infobip Shift 2021. Now, before we go any further, just let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Peter Hopwood, and when I'm not presenting on stages like this, I'm actually helping people share better stories, helping teams, helping global teams, Infobip teams, to really share their messages in the right way with more impact. But for the next 2 days, I will be your host, guiding you through this amazing 2-day multi-hybrid event right here in Zadar. Now, a few things before we begin. I know there's some of us here have asked questions regarding some of the regulations with everything that's happening in this hall. Just to remind you, the regulations state, because you've all got in with a COVID passport or you've been tested, either a quick test or PCR test, we don't need to wear masks here in the hall. You can if you wish to, it's entirely up to you. Also, in terms of distance, you don't need to keep a distance, so you can actually be as close as you like, which I can see some of you certainly here are getting very close indeed. Right. Maybe not that close. Right. So, 18 months ago, roughly about 18 months ago, the first couple of months of 2020, naturally, something came up. And naturally, we were all kind of forced to do things that we weren't used to, things in our personal lives, things naturally with our businesses, our careers, our work. So we had to change, we had to adapt, we had to do things differently and almost start things from anew, a reset, and evaluate exactly where we are. But all through that, you'll agree with me, you can think of this yourselves. I'm sure there was opportunity, right? There's been opportunity, and that's exactly what has happened here at Shift, becoming Infobip Shift 2021, bigger, bolder, and juicier than ever right here in Zadar. Right, a few things about the event itself. Let me just go through a little bit more about what's ahead of us today and tomorrow and give you an overview of exactly what's in store. So, all of you, most of you actually have the app on your phones right now. If you haven't, here's the QR code right now. There we are. Take a snap, take a pic, whatever you want to do with it, and it'll lead you straight to the schedule, and you can see absolutely everything that's happening here over the next 2 days. Remember, there are different stages involved, so we'll see the next slide and show you exactly what we'll see, which is not... There we go, it's actually a hashtag. So we've got the hashtag. Right, hashtag Infobip Shift. You know, this doesn't happen very often. It hasn't happened for a while. So the things that happen here today and tomorrow, we want to make sure the world knows about it. So your pictures, your selfies, the information, quotes that you hear, everything about the experience, share that out online, share that out with your networks. And actually, those of you online, you can take pictures of yourself in front of the screen and share that as well. we move on. So remember, this stage here right now is a 360 stage right now, but after lunch what will happen is this stage becomes, basically we turn this stage into 3 different parts. As to which part you go to, you have to decide. So after lunch, have a look at the schedule, decide which part of this round stage you want to go on. It's almost like a pizza with different toppings. A pizza with 3 different toppings, and you have to decide which topping you want. Salami, pepperoni, or pineapple. I mean, maybe we should call those, that's actually not the name of the stages here. We've got 3 stages. This one here, that I'm on right now, facing this way, is the conversation stage. We also have another 2 stages, the moment stage, and also the answer stage as well. Okay, so other stages that we have going on as well. The Infobip Startup Tribe stage. This is all about the fantastic startups, not just in the region, not just in Croatia, but also globally as well. Remember, Shift 10 years ago was actually a startup, a very small startup that grew, had help, lots of conversations 10 years later, and this is what it's become. So it's almost due that Infobip and naturally Shift to help out the startups today. So pop over to the Startup Tribe stage, have a conversation with the people there, see what's going on, lots of debate, lots of discussion, and that'll certainly give you some insights as to where they're going in the future. We also have the expo area as well. This is where all our kind and loyal sponsors, our partners as well, this is where they are together again. They're here for many reasons. One of those reasons, again, is about conversations. Conversations with you, maybe something to do with business, conversation that you have here with some of the people, perhaps some of the companies over there in the expo area today. You never know, in a few years actually will blossom into something even further. We also have what's known as the garden area. I know many of you have probably already been there already. It's a great area, outside area. It's a chill out area, a chance to network, more conversations, chill out, have a coffee, have a pee-pee, whatever you want to do over there, and relax in the garden area. Again, this is open throughout the day today and also tomorrow as well. Remember, we also have workshops. Again, you need to look at the schedule, see exactly what those workshops are, who's actually sharing those workshops. I believe we have 3 different workshops by 3 distinctive speakers. They will be sharing those workshops throughout the day. So what does that mean? That means you can pop in and pop out as much as you wish, really getting the insights you need, again, according to what you want and what's relevant for you. And naturally, Shift is known for many things, right? For great content, engaging content, great conversations, great speakers, but definitely those of you that have been to Shift over the last 10 years or so, and I can see certainly a lot of people here in front of me, a lot of familiar faces that have helped Shift move in the right direction to where it is now, will know that our after parties, the way we kind of not just business but also play, is very, very important. So remember, tonight at 8 o'clock, from 8 o'clock at Dispets bar in the Old Town in Zadar. Those of you that are local will know exactly what that represents and what it is. A great bar right in the centre of town. This is where we have our first after party, and guess what? If you've enjoyed that, we're going to do it all again tomorrow evening after day number 2. Right, we are about to begin with our first session of the day, first session of this amazing event. But before I introduce the first speaker, there's a gentleman I'm sure you know who he is. You've certainly probably heard about him. A lot of you will know him as a friend, as a colleague as well. It's a man that is actually responsible for everything that we see, who literally started all of this, and the man who actually gave me a call about 8 years ago to become the main host of Shift of the Shift event. Please welcome to the stage the one, the only, and a man with a new title as well, Mr. Ivan Burazin.
Reset on my cell, in my cell tonight. Don't have to see you to touch you.
Thank you, Peter. And we haven't looked back ever since we got you here, except for one time when you couldn't make it. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. As he said, I'm just going to touch a bit back on history. When we started, we were very much known for our parties, but we were very much inexperienced because we set our conferences to start at 9 o'clock. And what happened the second day after we opened, after we did the first after party? No one came. No one came till noon. Like, people were like probably drunk, laying down, sleeping, and they're like, oh, we're not getting up for 9 o'clock, hell with it. And no one came till noon. And so like, ever since then, we said conferences start at 11, and then you have a packed venue like we have right now. So yeah, super happy to be here. Very proud of everyone that did all their work. Shift started, this is our 10th year, so it started 9 years ago, but the 10th one. As you all know, this year we became a part of Infobip. Infobip, for those who don't know, is one of the best, if not the best, depends who you ask, communications platform as a service. Not to sound too technically, that basically means they have an API for communication, for conversation, stuff like that. So if you need that in your apps, check it out. But we were lucky enough to have the autonomy to continue doing what we're doing, and as you can see, we are called Infobip Shift, but the entire Shift soul is here. Not even the soul is here, it's way, 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 way bigger than it was before. I won't take up too much of your time. I didn't sleep a lot last night, but the team pulled it in. It is our 10th year and our 25th event, but this one, because of the scale, felt like our absolute first ones. So please give a round of applause to the entire team that did not sleep last night. Also, we have a new part of the team, we are a part of a new team or a new family, part of Infobip. So while I'm dropping off now, I just wanted to invite one of the main people, one of the co-founders of Infobip, that actually brought us to their company, to their family, and gave us the opportunity to build what we're building now. So please all give a round of applause for the Chief Technology Officer and co-founder of Infobip, Isabel Jelenic.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you for joining Infobip, becoming part of Infobip. Ooh, this is huge. This is really huge. How to start? Good evening, Zadar! Yeah, I know it's not evening yet, but I had to try this. Thank you all for coming. So happy to see you all here. And the best thing of all is that we are just starting. Have a nice conference.